Okay, London session live. Currently looking at NZDUSD. H4 bar just closed. Got an alert here. NZD H4 trend continuation. Was looking at this one. I liked it. Didn't give me anything here. Okay, entry is coming very soon. Waiting for 1 minute closure. Had the trend retracement alert right over here. I like that trend breakout. Did not set up. Did not give me a nice breakout. Was waiting for price to fake out the high. Did fake out the high over here, but we have really terrible bar flow. You can see there's nothing here, no breakouts at all. It's just stuck. Don't want to see that. I always want to see breakouts in the bar flow. So now we're finally getting breakouts in the bar flow. And so I'm happy taking this trend continuation trade, waiting for this M1 to close. I went through that real quick, so I'll go over this again if I get an entry here. It doesn't look like I'll get one here. Waiting for price to continue. All right, so first thing that I liked, this is where I got that trend retracement alert. Trend retracements, it's my favorite setup. Want to see higher time frame directional bias. We had bearish bias here. Breakout bar key level. We have a breakout bar in the H4 that faked out the previous day high. So that's a nice one. And then I want to see retracement to the breakout level. And then fake out the momentum time frame, take it back down to the H4 low. So that was the first setup that I was looking for. Wanted to see price retrace to the breakout level of the H4, and I trade that H4 bar on the M3. Obviously, it did not retrace at all. Instead, it just continued to break out. So when you don't get that retracement, I'm looking at that second trade, which is a breakout, and was looking at a trend breakout instead. So over here, after that trend retracement didn't play out, trend breakout, got the alert for a trend breakout very shortly after. Just let me double check this one. Yeah, got the trend breakout shortly after. And with the trend breakout, usually when you get those alerts, very often it means that it's already broken out. So usually I'm not able to find this move, but if price already breaks out, then I'm looking for a pullback, fake out of the high, and then take it back down. So in this case, there was no way for me to take a breakout. No breakout setup for me here. It just broke out. My breakout setup, talked about it in some other videos. I need to see consolidation. So obviously there was none there, just broke out. And then I'm waiting for price to come up, fake out the high, which it did over here. And once it fakes out this high, hold on, keeping an eye on this one as well. So once it fakes out the momentum time frame, then I'm looking for an entry on the lower time frame. Looking for 10-second, 15-second closures here. I got the 10-second. Okay, so got in on this move. This bar already validates my thesis and want to keep my stops at the high. One second. Okay, so I want to keep my stops at the high over here and target for trend breakout. Usually I want to take a trade all the way down to the low of that. Why is it doing this? Okay, one R down to this. So trend breakout, want to take it from the fake out all the way down to the low. Really small range, not really interested in this, so I do want to hold it to the next one. All right, so the next level is going to be the previous day low. And I think that's it. 6 months breakout level as well. So I'll have a look at if price can get there. And that's it. So price came up initially, triggered that. And once it triggers, then I can drop down. So basically what's happening is once it triggers that momentum time frame, then I'm looking for one of my alignment patterns, reversal, continuation, or pullback. The one here is a pullback. We are breaking out below the low and then faking out the high. It's a very mini pullback pattern, but it technically is. But once it triggers that high, then I can drop down and look for lower time frame entries. So I drop down to the M1 around here, and this is where I found that there was no bar flow at all. If you drop down even further, you'll see that it was just nothing there. Stuck in ranges, right? So you can see right there, this is what happens when you don't have breakouts. Let's see, this is looking at the M15 and the M5. Last breakout was here. And look what happens when there's no breakouts. This is why it's really important to trade when there's market expansion. Here's the first breakout, and then waited for the H4. We have another breakout right there. So that lets me know that market's moving. And then bar flow at the bottom here. So there are some breakouts here, but you can see there's just a long string of no breakouts at all. A couple breakouts here. So just because you're in a range on a hard time frame doesn't mean that you're not in a range on a lower time frame. These are tradable on lower time frames, but I'm not going to be trading, the 1 second chart to catch this move. It's not. I can do that, but not really my. I'm not going to go too crazy like that. So you can see that the M5 is trending, but the M15 wasn't. Right, and so did not have that trend breakout set up, and then got the alert just literally just now, 4 p.m., about 8 minutes ago. Saw this happening, trend continuation. And the trend continuation setup, bearish one, is a breakout followed by, let's see, I didn't even know what, breakout followed by bullish fake out. And this is exactly what happened. Price came up, faked out the high, as well as the momentum time frame, faked out the H4 high. I can see that it faked out the H4 high as well as the momentum time frame. And the safe entry right now, this is the safe entry because it's getting below the breakout level. But I dropped down to lower time frames and actually did not get much better than this. So sometimes it doesn't even matter if you drop down. All right, so that's a trade, and let's see. So I want to take it down to the previous day low, and there's some other levels here that I've identified previously, 6-month breakout level, and let's see what happens here. I forgot one important thing about this trade. Another reason why I did not look into it is that there was an inside bar here, so the entire time price was just ranging. So got stuck the entire time, and once I saw that breakout right at 4 p.m., this is first time it broke out and it took out that range. And so this is the reason why I kind of knew straight away that the move is happening right now. Lots of times, even with my trend breakout setups, you want to see consolidation. You want to see that, what is this one? A bearish one? Yeah, you want to see price try to get out, but reject the move down. And then you want to see price come up and take out that entire consolidation. And that's exactly what happened here. It was stuck in a range the entire time. There were no breakout bars that broke out above the previous bar. And price try to get down. This is probably where all the traders try to get trapped trying to sell this. But the real move happens once the consolidation gets taken out. Okay, so that was the important part. I forgot to mention that. The whole thing kind of happened a little quick. All right, so that is it. What was that? Trend continuation on the H4. First target low of day. I'm not interested in just 1 hour. Want to look for a larger move here. And I think it does support larger move. Weekly is in a breakout continuation. Monthly is in a trend reversal. So it flipped. Breakout levels got below the lows. Okay, makes sense to hold this. So that's it. 10 minutes, done. Okay, so I'm taking partials here. Didn't get to the 6 months breakout level, but it's close enough. Close to the new hour. There's some news coming up as well. No big news. It is a red news event, but usually it's not such a big deal. But I'm just going to take my partials here just in case and just continue holding on to the previous day low. So this is about a 3-hour move. Looking for the completion up to the previous day low. And that's about it. So nice little trade here to the 6 months breakout level, just a little under 3R. And that's it.